Put the rest back. Hello, one family?
How many families? One family or two? Okay. Have a good one.
How many volunteers do you have, and where are they coming from?
You know, right now we have various volunteers. We also have city staff that's on site delivering. This is a multi-day distribution of water. We started on Tuesday. We had it distributed. We distributed some yesterday. Right now you see the remnants of a 26 pallet delivery, and then we also have some more that's coming in later today.
Okay, absolutely, yeah. So starting out with about 26 pallets, you know, I mean, obviously cars are rolling on through and whatnot. I mean, so over the course of the day, once you hit a certain port, it's like, all right, we need to order this much more pallets, I guess?
Correct, yeah. That was, the logistics of that is a little complicated. Apparently it's, you know, when you go to order 26 pallets, it's not just next door. So Chief Jeans has kind of oversaw the logistics of getting the water here, done a great job of doing so. Tuesday, I mean, we went through 26 pallets, I think in, it was probably under 2 hours. So it was, the line was backed all the way out through the street. And, you know, we had a great show up of help, and, you know, overall, the employees have just really stepped up and done a great job of just being there for getting things done that just needed to be done. So we're appreciative of all of our employees, our staff, and those that have just stepped up and made this crisis, this impairment, the best as possible.
Right. Yeah, and this is kind of hoping the final day of clearing that line and everything. It's going, but how long are you guys prepared to continue to help on this way?
Well, there is no stopping when it comes to, you know, until. I mean, there's not a stopping point until. So when everybody has water, when the boil ban, you know, the boil notice is lifted, that's when we can step back and say, okay, our job is for now, you know, completed. We've got to make sure that our citizens have the water that they need. Especially those that can't get out and drive. Tuesday, you know, yesterday, if there's people that can't get out, can't get their water, if they're really in need, you know, we'll try to figure out how to get that to them. But the main thing is we just want to make sure that those that are in need are taken care of until we've got to that place where everybody can sit back, and then we can reassess of what the things that we could have done better. You know, in the midst of it all, it looks like that the, you know, the plan that was put in, and those that dropped their shoulder and hit to work, that they did the best. And as of right now, I just got to say thank you to all those that made the team and made the execution possible. They've done a tremendous job. All of our staff, all of our city workers, they've been incredible.
Right, constantly people are working. You got any questions?
Yes, speaking of grateful, the citizens the last few days come through here, just how thankful they are and giving y'all words of encouragement. Thank you, we really appreciate it. Have you had that happen a lot?
You know, there's a mixed response. You're always going to have those that really just can't seem to see past negative, and it's unfortunate. Nobody broke the pipe. You know, as a city council, you know, I don't know how many times I said over the last few days, we have put such an emphasis. We know that infrastructure is aging. We didn't age it, you know, but we are in a time of that we have to do something about it. You know, it's been placed on our lap. And, you know, we have a 5-year plan for water and wastewater that's going to be $56 million that's reinvested back into the aging infrastructure. You know, I mean, if we had an unlimited amount of resources, we probably could get it done a little bit faster. But we also, you know, we want to make sure that the living and finances and everything doesn't constrain people where you know, they're living in the city unaffordable, you know, where it's unaffordable for them. So, you know, there's so many working pieces that you've got to try to fit in to make sure everyone's taken care of, but sometimes you just got to make those hard decisions, and raising the water rates was one of those hard decisions this year. But as we have seen the last 3 days, it is a necessity to reinvest back in our infrastructure. It's aging, it's old, and we've got to do something about it.
Absolutely. Is there anything else we're not touching on you'd like to say?
You know, I mean, I can't say thank you for the patience for our business owners, for the citizens, and I can't reiterate enough, this is not what defines Marshall. This is an incredible city. It's a resilient city, and there's been a reputation that I am just determined to shine a greater light on. We don't need to walk around with a dark cloud of gloom and saying, well, this is the way it's always done. The city is not operating right now as it did just a few years ago. We very much have an open door to businesses that come in, to new citizens. I know that this has been a difficult few days, but this is in the works of trying to rectify some things that have been put off for not just a few years, but for decades. And so it's fallen in our lap. We've got to do something about it, and we're actively doing that. In the budget that we did in 26 and the budget that we're currently working on for 27 is the evidence of where our emphasis and our focus on, and that is infrastructure.